Real and raw, just like you like it.
He's corrupt, he's inexperienced, and he lies.
Broadcasting from a broom closet in the Arizona Lotus Studios, it's Beef Vegan Presents.
Yo, welcome back to the show. It's Beef Vegan Presents live on Rock 102.1 KFMA. Streaming worldwide at KFMA.com. On this beautiful Tuesday, November 18th. Good morning, Rico.
Good morning.
Good morning, Tucson. Thank you guys for tuning into the show. Got another fantastic show lined up for you today. Lots of stuff happening today. Rocco's Little Chicago Pizza going to be in studio in the 8 o'clock hour. Another round of tap out, hooking you up with $100 in gift certificates to his fine establishment. We'll also have our podcast broadcast of Brewing with Mari. We'll have a special guest in the studio, Robbie. He was just a listener, a comedian. Called me yesterday, gave us a terrible 9/11 joke, and said he was watching an open mic here soon. So I'm like, come into the podcast. So that's how we do it here on the community, live and local, as we and then we have a bunch of stuff to give away. Like, as you know, we got the 4-pack of tickets for your Tucson Roadrunners. We also have tickets for Joe Cool, who's going to be performing at the Tucson Arena this Friday. And to top it all off, yesterday afternoon, it was announced. Now, I didn't get a phone call, but I did notice on our Instagram page that the one, the only, the iconic Weird Al Yankovic is coming to Tucson next year for the bigger and weirder tour. Did you see this? Well, it's on our Instagram, so follow up on Weird Al was announced performing at the TCC. And this is a big deal because you're like, what other shows can come to Tucson now at the TCC? This is a live music show at the Tucson Arena. We get to see Weird Al, which is fantastic. And since we announced it, then you can start winning tickets for that show today before they go on sale this Friday at 10 a.m. Of course, you can do the pre-sale if you're a Weird Al fan or whatever, WeirdAl.com. If you want those tickets for free, we're playing the game around 7:10. Give out for our first pair and then give out tickets for Weird Al all week long. So I'm super stoked about that. Obviously, it's Weird Al. Yeah, I know it's Weird Al. Yeah, it does. Man. Well, you know what? Let's be honest. Like, this is the reality of Weird Al is just he's amazing, There's so many different songs that he has done over his impressive 40-plus year career. Like this one.
Like electricity.
People listen to actual gangster rap. I'm listening to Weird Al versions of it.
Yeah, that
That's my
explains a
life.
lot.
Yep.
Yeah. Definitely a Weird Al gangsta. So Weird Al tickets coming up at 7:10 this morning. That's going to be amazing, and I'm excited about that. A couple top stories here to share with you. First and foremost, do we need to change our passwords like each and every day? Every day? Is that the only safe way to keep your password safe? Because if you have a password, there's a good chance that it's been breached. It's kind of data breach. I came across a headline yesterday that said mother of all data breaches sees 1.3 billion passwords exposed.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and check if yours is compromised. 1.3 billion. You know what? Honestly, if my password is in the 1.3 billion other passwords, I'll take the chances, dude. You know what I mean?
It's like the lottery.
Yes.
It's like, good luck, hacker.
Yeah.
Wish you
Good
the
luck
best.
finding mine, like Ezekiel 6969. I mean, I just set it out there, but yeah, like 1.3 billion. That's just the latest every single day. It seems like I read another story about data breaches and password hacks. So it's like either A, you want to have your like ultimate protection and change your password each and every day and then try to remember it and just have this long legal pad of all these stupid combinations to try to outwit hackers, or you just say, F it, dude. You can go in and read my spam emails,
I know Google offers that like encrypted password. It sets one for you. It's like, do you want to just use a weird one that we have?
Right.
You're like, I've succumbed to that once or twice. I'm like, all right, you remember this.
Yeah, if you remember it, but then if you forget it, and you can't, and Google doesn't remember it for you, you're F, dude. There's no way.
Google, you're drunk.
Yeah. So, so this continues to happen. It's ridiculous. And at this point, does anybody even care? Do you care? when you hear stories like this, or you just like immediately change your password?
I do, but you can only care so much. And usually the sites that you have that are compromised are pretty good about telling you, like, hey, by the way,
yeah,
like you might want to change it.
even when I get that, I'm just like, take it.
That's what the hackers want to hear.
Yeah, well, yeah, take it.
Whatever.
When you
Good
have
luck with the $12 in my account.
exactly, dude. When you have nothing to lose, it's like I don't know if I'm going to be the victim here, or at least I'm not the mark. They're not looking for me. But yeah, so that's another thing. There are no passwords that are safe. And in other news, this is a flight out of Boston bound for Tampa had to make a U-turn because the flight crew is weak, man. They got no tolerance whatsoever, just nerdy. And I think we got to hire cooler airline pilots and attendants and stuff, because okay, here's what happened. Somebody hit a weed pen on the plane, right?
Uh-huh.
As you will on long flights, especially if you're going to Florida. You can imagine like half the passengers there are on some kind of drug or narcotic, right? And they go into the bathroom to do something, right? Well, anyways, some person hit up a weed pen, and it was just a weed pen. It wasn't even like a joint or nothing. And apparently the crew got enough of a whiff of it. Then they made the call to turn the entire aircraft around because they were afraid they were high. Oh, God. Yeah. Secondhand smoke, bro.
Oh, wow.
Like, oh, no. What? First off, these planes fly themselves. But you're such a nerd that you're like, oh, I smelled weed. I'm compromised.
What's the worst they're going to do? Land in the Circle K parking lot for chips?
Yeah, right?
Like, come on.
What is the worst? You just take a little longer. You laugh at the stupid movie that's playing. Yeah, but now, all right, I want to end that show open, which we had fun, but I was on that Weird Al page nonstop. Please welcome in studio. We got a very special guest. He goes by Robbie. He's a comedian. Get that microphone close to you there, Robbie. Robbie called us up. He's a listener, and he called up yesterday, and I think I have it recorded where he had basically like a 9/11 joke that was layered, right? And initially, we got it and didn't, I got it a little bit at first, and then I didn't get the rest of it until Rico went through everything, and it was a bunch. Let's see if this is it right here. Probably not. Rock 1 2.1. Who's this?
Yeah, this is Robbie.
Oh, what up, Robbie?
Hey, man, I just wanted to request that Beef Vegan stops using conspiracy theory wrong. The word isn't for paranormal stuff, because a conspiracy is when two or more people conspire to cover up something and do something nefarious, but it doesn't really pertain to ghosts.
You're right.
UFOs or skinwalkers.
You're right about that, and honestly, it was more like urban legend is what I should have said, because they were more urban legends than conspiracies. You're absolutely right.
Unless those skinwalkers are colliding together.
I am a conspiracy therapist, so
okay. So, describe that. Yeah, what makes you a conspiracy therapist?
All right, I got a story for you. There's this massive 70-story tall, architectural, amazing skyline feat. Adjacent to it was its sister building, but that was 71 stories tall, so that's another story.
Right, but
both of which were inside jokes.
Right.
That I was hoping would have landed better.
No, I laughed.
Yeah,
those other two puns on top of it, I didn't catch in real time. It was so after inside jokes, inside job, and and it landed better. And little planes and stuff. Is it too soon for 9/11 jokes?
No, the last one was, aren't you glad Dick Cheney's dead?
Yeah. Oh, okay. I did. Oh, see, I stepped on that. See, yeah. We gotta watch out on our timing and stuff. But yeah, so Robbie's like, "Hey, I'm a comedian. I actually got a gig going on this Friday," and I'm like, "Oh, well, we got a spot open tomorrow on the podcast broadcast. So come in and hang out." And that's where we're at today. So that's as simple as that. Sometimes you're like, "What? I was just calling in to shoot the shit. I didn't think I'd get booked on the show." But anyone out there kind of doing something, right? And being creative and chasing dreams and stuff, those are the people that I like to meet. So welcome, Robbie. Welcome. So we're going to talk about your open mic night that you have going on here this Friday, and a little bit more, and kind of get into just regular content as well, which we'll tease here in about 30 seconds. And my description of my podcast is lackluster today because, we had a weird hack going on. We kind of talked about it in the show open, but it kind of affected Twitter or X, ChatGPT, things like that. And usually I get my description from ChatGPT, nice and organized and professional, Rock 102.1 KFMA. Don't have that today. We're live on the podcast broadcast, youtube.com/beefvegan. It's the show episode titled Beef Vegan Presents Podcast Broadcast, Tuesday, November 18th. Very original. And so no hashtags, no nothing. But we are joined here by local comedian Robbie. Robbie, what's your last name, dude?
Well, I go by Robbie Rob.
Robbie Rob.
Yeah.
Well, that's simple. Yeah. Two names are the same.
I mean, I could do my last name, but like the weird thing about my name is like, it's like if I'm at the bar and I'm trying to like sweet talk somebody, I'm like, oh, my last name's Avalos.
Yeah. Avalos is a nice last name.
very
Yeah.
If I want you to spell it, I'm like, it's Abalos.
Yeah. Not as smooth. But yeah. So when you're, so you'll only use your last name if you're trying to sweet talk someone at the bar. I noticed you're married though.
Oh,
So
yeah.
you haven't used that line in a long time.
Yeah, I've
So-
actually recently married.
Oh, that's good. So
Ooh, congrats.
to make sure girls don't hit on you at the bar, you go, my name's Robbie Rob.
Well, no, I just wear this alien get up and people usually are like,
That helps, dude. You know, Robbie called in because he considers himself a conspiracy therapist, and I was using conspiracy theory wrong, and he wanted to point that out, which he was absolutely correct on. So, are you really an expert on conspiracy theories? Because we'll talk conspiracy theories.
Oh,
this
yes,
hour.
you will.
absolutely I am. I wrote my first book all about it.
Oh yeah, you're an author too.
Near 0 point energy device. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Well,
And my
we're gonna.
band's all about aliens.
Nice. I
I'm not
love
saying
it.
it's aliens, but it's aliens.
Yeah. All right. So you've been following this 3i Atlas as well.
Dude, I've been loving your show because you've been covering it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
listening all the time. I've been into it since Umamami or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that first one. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, good. We'll talk about. See, Mari doesn't even know, which is crazy too, because it should be more mainstream news, but and in a way it is. You'll see headlines pop up on some kind of like nationwide and global like websites and publications, but you see it buried. It's not like the top story. 3i Atlas is an interstellar object that is acting abnormally. Initially, experts thought it was a comet in nature, but they noticed the projection going into the solar system was not like a regular comet. It just doesn't do it. Right. And it's made its way to the sun, where it kind of posted up by our sun, looked like it absorbed some stuff. Right. Did some more anomalies, meaning it didn't like burn off a bunch of comet dust and everything else like a comet normally would do, getting close to the surface of the sun, as that heat would basically make anything evaporate and turn to dust. And now it's making its way back towards our direction, with experts expecting it to be closest to us around December 19th.
Oh.
Yeah, with that, we've had, conflicting theories with, experts, saying, hey, okay, no, this is still a comet. And then other people being like, no, actually, it's acting extraterrestrial in nature. Harvard professor, Avi, Loeb?
Yeah, Loeb.
Yeah. He's one of the first people who is sounding the alarm. And just recently, when we talked about in the show open, Elon Musk is the latest to be like, this is kind of weird, guys. And so, we'll see. What do you know about it? And you've been following it here, Robbie.
I'm trying to find the exact headline that I found from it, but there's like multiple space agencies and their space probes.
Yeah.
All silent, all dead silent. Went through its pass through, like there was some type of a probe or a rover near Mars, not a rover, but it was supposed to like take pictures of it from the Chinese, the EU, and then our own NASA agencies.
Right.
All dead silent. Like it was like, oh, we're going to take pictures, and then nothing. And people were blaming it on like the government shutdown. They were trying to say like, oh, well, but like, what about the European Space Agency or the Chinese? They're all not posting pictures of this. And that's exactly why they bury it. They bury this thing because it's just like, it's kind of scary.
It's terrifying.
Yeah, because of people. Yeah.
They say, a worst case scenario, right? And one of the theories that this is an alien mothership, and it's the size of Manhattan. It's massive, right? And, Elon Musk's quote doesn't make you feel any better about it either. He said that it could potentially, now this is all, potential and theories, it could potentially have the power to destroy continents or kill most of human life.
No, they don't want to do that. They want to be friends.
Yeah, see, that's very optimistic. They just want to come. They just want to hump our big booty Latinas. But at the same time, I say, let's protect our big booty Latinas because we want them. You know what I mean? So, okay. So we're going to be talking a little bit about that here on the podcast broadcast. We got Survey Says and a whole lot more. You can join us, youtube.com/beefvegan. More on this right after new music from Dayseeker. Here's Pale Moonlight on Rock 102.1 KFMA. Yeah, so I'm surprised that you haven't been following any of this because
No,
I know
nothing.
Well, Rico and I guess, we talk about it before you get here, right? We like to bro down on that stuff, and then we'll talk about life stuff with you. But yeah, and what else you got here, Robbie, when it comes to 3i Atlas? Because I am completely enamored by this. And now, Avi Loeb, the Harvard professor, who you've probably seen on like Joe Rogan and stuff, he's out there in the circles, right? The circuit of conspiracy theorists. But he is a Harvard professor. He claimed that 30 to 40% chance of it not being naturally formed. So that's actually a 60% chance that it could still be like a comet, something weird, something, part of the theories are that, okay, maybe this is just something from a solar system that we're not familiar with. So as far as the biological properties or the way that this, genetic makeup is of this comet, it's acting like an anomaly because it's not something that we've normally seen before, because it's possible because there's a massive universe out there that, has different physics laws, right? That's part of a theory, right? Yeah.
I think
Robbie's
that's the
buying that,
harder theory to believe at this point because, with the Umamame, like that one, when you look at its trajectory, exactly as you brought up, it shot in from outside of our solar system and directly into the inner planets it's like it was way too planned. It went through Mars, it went through, the asteroid belt, and then Earth and Venus and Mercury, and then just like perfectly dipped right around it and it lined up with it all. So it's so that happened in what was that, 2018 or 2017?
Yeah, because this is the third one publicly that they're announcing. So the first one, did act as basically like a space cruise. If you were going to book like a cruise, or you're like, hey, you want to check out different solar systems?
To look at planets.
Yes, dude. Yes, but without making the stops.
Wait, so what? That thing just disappeared though over time, and then that was it?
They happened to see it right as it was on its way out of the solar system, and that's when they were like, wait, this isn't following normal trajectory speeds. It's tumbling. Like when they use the light spectrography or whatever they call it for monitoring space stuff. Yeah, it was on a 1-to-10 ratio. So it's like a thing going like that.
That sounds like that would make you dizzy though. So do these aliens not get dizzy?
They have physics, right?
Yeah. Who knows what that thing was? But within 4 or 5 years, now we're on our third one.
Right. No, think about this, how the Earth is constantly spinning, right? So in a way, that kind of could potentially create a gravity, right, of sorts. So the more that it's spinning, the more on the inside you're feeling like it's normal and you're not floating, right? Yeah. So that's possible. But of course, I'm a moron, so I'm just throwing things out there.
I believe it.
It's a lot to kind of figure out.
But what do they want?
Well, no, we don't know, and that's the thing.
They're aliens.
Yeah, we hope that they're not aliens, and we because it probably wouldn't be great, especially if they stop by. It's not like they're coming by and being like, "Hey, who wants free weed? Oh, we got some intergalactic weed, y'all. Yeah, we just came by to smoke with y'all. You good? You good? Nice planet." But they went to the sun and they posted up by the sun. Rocco on 2.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents, talking all things conspiracy theories with Robbie Rob. 3i Atlas is the term that you have to get familiar with because it is the enigma of ours, solar system right now. It's something that really just shouldn't even be here. And their experts are conflicted in their theories as to what and why this thing is and what it might potentially be doing. So like I was saying on the podcast broadcast, initially this 3i Atlas, it made a beeline to the sun and then kind of posted up there. And then now it looks like they looked like they had thrusters in this thing, kind of pushing it away from the sun. Right. So in theory, again, this is a simple-minded theory who's watched a few sci-fi movies, and smoked some weed and listened to a couple podcasts. Okay. That the theory would be like, hey, if I'm an intergalactic spaceship, a mothership and stuff, and I got to recharge, right? Well, where's the source of energy in every solar system? It's got to be the sun, right? Yeah, that seems like the source of power and life of every solar system that I know so far. And so, the thing beelines for the sun, fills up, and hopefully just filling up on gas and not charging an intergalactic death ray. Worst case scenario. Right. But that's a theory too. Am I wrong, Robbie?
Oh, who knows at this point, right? But when Umamame came through the first one, I remember that they were talking about a light sail, which was really cool. So it's propelled by the sun and its plasma or whatever it's shooting out.
Yeah.
And so, but it's the third one this time. So have you heard of Project Project Bluebeam.
Bluebeam. I was gonna finish and say Bluebeam. I feel like I have, but yeah,
Okay,
remind me.
I mean, okay, so conspiracy goes that there's a whistleblower from NASA who came out like in the early 90s being like, oh yeah, NASA's gonna stage a fake alien invasion,
Right? Yeah.
and they're gonna like use all these things to, I don't know, unite humanity under a government or whatever it is.
Right, to do like a new world order against one collective enemy.
Yeah.
Which, you know what, at this point in life, since we're so torn and it's like what, ice going against people of like brown skin and stuff like that, like, yeah, let's get an outside enemy and stop looking at our neighbors as enemies. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So I'm not 100% opposed to that right now, you know, but
only illegals come from above, in my opinion.
yeah, exactly, dude. It's like they were all Earthlings then, you know, like,
Right,
yeah, show us your red blood. But okay, so Project Bluebeam. So yeah,
well, I mean, yeah, it's just one of the things, right? There's a lot of stuff that you can kind of grasp because we don't, you can grasp at, for trying to figure this thing out. But I pulled up, I found that article, and it's 3 probes pointed at 3i Atlas, 3 missions are dead silent.
right.
And it talks about how all of them are just
not saying anything about it
after they had this opportunity for pictures.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So pictures they exist.
Yeah, we have the technology to look. I mean, considering we were seeing pictures of different planets in our solar system that's farther and up close to the sun. But yeah, like they have it close, and it's close enough to where they could probably even be like, damn, that's scary looking. Oh, that's something like straight out of like a Jim Cameron movie. I am concerned that right now, the head of NASA is a former Real World alumni, Sean Duffy. And like, I'm like right now, like, it's like, can we have a different head of NASA, someone who wasn't a star in reality TV? That would be nice, just so I'd feel a little more comfortable about our space program. But you got to keep in mind, it's a global thing. So China's on this, Russia's on this, every major country is on this, and they're all saying the same thing, which is nothing. And that's something that's a little terrifying.
And if I could bring up one thing too, which is weird because I've been into aliens most of my life.
Mm-hmm.
And so like my dad worked in the Air Force. He was at like he was in the Groom Lake or Area 51 and whatever. So I've just kind of naturally been.
Hey, so he's always been a proponent and a believer in aliens, right? So he has his own
little bit. He's like,
tab.
Yeah. He was like, oh, I can't tell you much. Is what he kind of told me.
Yeah.
But like what's weird to me is like 25 years ago, if I were to be like, hey, our government's got like a alien spacecraft retrieval program, a lot of like the skeptics in our society would be like, oh, that's silly, like that's silly. But they've like done disclosure, and they've done disclosure without freaking people out.
Right.
Because now if you were to go like, oh yeah, our government has a spacecraft retrieval program, people are like, oh yeah, I heard about something like that. In Congress, they're testifying now. And it's just, it blows my mind that they did disclosure without actually doing disclosure to us, the common folk, right?
They wait until they basically light the barn on fire. And then while we're all sitting inside the barn, be like, oh my God, everything's on fire. They're like, oh, by the way, this. And you're like, oh yeah, whatever. The barn's on fire still, right?
I know, right? Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, they're doing a good job of it. All right. We're keeping the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast. I'll be back with more after music from Lincoln Park. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. Yeah, I know. They just keep leaking it out. It is a trip, and we'll see what happens with everything. Here's my silver lining. Hold on. Let's see. I got a comment here from Christopher. He said, morning team beef, big fan. There's an article from the guy who apparently had the permission of Trump's ear being shot. Yeah, with that, I don't know if we we'll go down that rabbit hole just yet. Obviously, there's conspiracy theories on everything. In fact, I was just reading about Charlie Kirk's security team because, there's videos of them doing little things. And he said, I didn't even read the article, to be honest with you. This is from the Daily Mail, so you got to take it with a grain of salt anyways. Basically was explaining what they were doing at the time, doing the signals and stuff. And you got to be... in all reality, doing security in a large event, there's going to be signals and stuff that may not be associated with, some kind of incendiary, like explosive device in the neck or anything. There's a lot of questions, but in this world, there's questions about everything where you're like, that's weird as shit. I mean, the bullet that shot Charlie Kirk should have went all the way to Nevada, but it didn't. It stopped in his neck, and that's the big question that conspiracy theorists are asking.
You want to know? You want to know one of my favorite things about the Charlie Kirk thing is supposedly Turning Point USA had booked the Arizona Stadium back in May.
Oh
Wow,
yeah,
really?
Months before.
Well, just Erica's kind of rubs me the wrong way, though.
Oh yeah,
my
she's rubbing a
gosh.
lot of people the wrong way because now the whole speculation is that she's basically being groomed for JD Vance, and JD Vance is going to leave his brown non-Christian
not
wife.
Usha.
Yes, for the
They got
blonde
kids.
widow. I know.
It's like the
Look, this is all things conspiracy theories, and luckily, this being on the internet is a safe place for it. But we won't talk about that on the air. I will say silver lining here. I get a silver lining story. That's a real medical story, and it's a feel-good story. Especially if you're thinking, oh, wait, the mothership is coming. It's going to kill us all, right? That's a pending doom is a very depressing thought, right? And there's a lot of people out there that get terminal illness, which is an impending doom. But there's a new, a type of treatment that's making people feel better about the end game, and that is the psychedelic therapy, right?
Ketamine?
No, like all things hallucinogen. So it's being praised as a surprising treatment, and now it's surprising to people who didn't party in high school. This is not surprising to me at all. I had a massive fear of death growing up since I was a toddler, dude. Right, and I didn't get a greater appreciation of like finality until I started dabbling in psychedelics in high school and whatnot. But they said those diagnosed with terminal illness for many, it wasn't the physical pain that ends up being the hardest part. It's the inevitable, the fear, the stress, the anxiety, right? And beyond the traditional treatments of medicine, such as antidepressants, mindfulness, and counseling, there have been a few that are open to the potential of psychedelics and a combination with therapy. So the use of psilocybin, which is mushrooms, right, combined with psychotherapy has been shown in studies to reduce depression and anxiety with those life-threatening cancer, and many patients seen improved mood, emotional clarity, and reduced fear of death. And I say the harder you trip, the less you fear for death because you feel like you already been there. You're like, oh, it's actually pretty nice. With psilocybin, right, we've talked about before, it's a natural antidepressant for up to a year. So that's one of the arguments to make it legalized, or at least make it a medicine in a certain way. And for the rest, yeah, like if I had a terminal illness, then I'm frying my nuts off, dude. I'm going crazy. I want to speak to Jesus before I speak to Jesus. You know what I mean? So this makes sense to me.
Yes.
And so
I've had the same exact thing. I was like, if I'm terminally ill, I'm loading up on acid or some psychedelic mushrooms and just driving a car off a cliff or something.
Right? Yeah.
Just
well,
the peak.
Get the answers first. Yeah. So, all right. So, what else do you know about 3i Atlas before we move on to another segment here?
I think you covered most of what it was that I've been watching, and the weird trail, what it's made of, how it's moving. This is the third one within 6 or 5 years, which is like, oh
yeah. And that's the thing, since they've been documenting it, so how many have they had before this too, right? But so, and because we don't know, and say, yeah, we could have been visited for this entire time, we could be all part of a system that we don't know about. There's a lot of
the movie They Live.
Yeah. So it's a trip, but I will say this, it's been a massive distraction to me trying to put together a show sheet every day, because I will go down that rabbit hole, and I know I can't talk about it all the time. But
it's been on my mind. I'm like, beam me up, Scotty. Get me off this rock, man. Get me off this rock.
Yeah. I think it's a positive. Like, let's hang out.
You
aliens.
want him to be like, they're coming down like the happiest, most friendliest alien species, and they all give us the magic ability to grow hair in our head and make our dongs bigger. Everyone comes for 7 straight years, like stuff like that. And I don't know if it'll be that friendly.
I'm embarrassed, honestly, of like the human race. Yeah. If they came down and they're like, this is what you, and we're like, oh yeah, this is like, we have products with like slogans like naturally flavored with other natural flavors. Like, what does that even mean? Like,
we got French fries though.
We do have French fries. So, I mean, what would your peace offering be to aliens
some
if
Rocco's
they came down?
Pizza, right? This
pizza
of the month is so good.
Yeah, so you give them some deep dish pizza.
Yeah, maybe a good DDP, an ice cold Diet Dr. Pepper.
Do you think aliens, if they're an evolved species, eats the meat of other species?
I mean, we do.
we're not that evolved though. That's the problem.
Oh, so you think? Well, what do you think they exist on? Like just like little pellets?
No.
Like-
Okay.
Wait,
So okay, there's this
He has
crazy
an answer.
there's this crazy story I heard about one of the ladies who was like happened to when Roswell crashed or whatever, there was like some beings that they took and they were like trying to work on them or whatever.
The Greys, yeah.
Yes.
And they apparently were talking to her, and they were the way that they explained it was that their bodies were literally just like it wasn't like they didn't need water, they didn't need food,
They didn't go to the bathroom.
they were I don't think so. Yeah,
It didn't seem like they had any. They didn't have any swinging dongs. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So maybe I'm more evolved than others. Huh? Yeah. My balls aren't though. My balls are caveman like. But I'll continue.
Oh yeah, it was basically just like a glove of consciousness that this alien was using, and so it's like the
Like
body.
just a brain inside like a sheath.
No, I think like the brain was like outside of the. I
the
really don't
brain?
know. It was weird, but like the body wasn't the actual alien. It's just what it uses to like.
So they wouldn't like my French fries or pizza or DDP.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, no, it's archaic and stuff. You know, like you ever seen the movie? It was like a former Al. I want to say Al, not Mel Brooks, but Al. He had curly hair. He's still alive. Anyways, it was like life after death or something like that. And the theory was you have to go on trial after you die to get into heaven, but you're in this like kind of purgatory space where, it's like a nice area where angels and souls who are before they're going, have to kind of reside together. And the angels are more intelligent as species. So when he eats, everything he eats there tastes like shit to him because he's not as evolved to understand and appreciate the different flavors and complexity on that. And that's, I think, where it would be. When it comes to aliens and say like the Greys, right? The theory has always been that these kind of species communicate through telekinesis. There's something interesting about telekinesis in the human realm, because another theory is that we are kind of being shielded from our own abilities to be able to communicate with each other without words, and that like speech is almost like a curse that kind of keeps us in a simple mind.
Oh, I get that.
Yes. So just the other day, I was reading a study where they tested telekinesis. Sorry, I'm fucking up the word. Yes, thank you. Telekinesis in people. And the way that they did this is they had sand pits, right? And then they would put objects in the sand. And then the people had to put their hand over the sand and try to designate or tell them where the objects are. And 70% of the time, they were able to locate the object without touching the sand, feeling the different energy levels just because of the objects of that. So it's something that a lot of people believe that we're tapped into. We have that ability, but it's suppressed so much so, right?
I'm right on board with that, actually. And I never thought, I'm into a lot of conspiracies, but I never thought I'd be like the 5G cell phone tower conspiracy guy.
Yeah.
But now I'm walking around and I'm like, that's not a tree, man.
No,
that's not a real tree, man.
No,
that's a
they're
5G
everywhere.
tree, man.
But I like that. I like that. That's smart that they hide it and it doesn't make it like an
best
eyesore.
technology we have to hide it.
No, I know, to make it a tree.
Minecraft looking tree. This is humanity disguising a tree that looks. I'm
It's true.
questioning if I'm in a simulation now because
Might
it looks
be.
like I'm in Minecraft looking at this fake thing.
You might be right. That is funny. Yeah, they just the more we get advanced, the more we look like Minecraft.
We evolved to that.
Yes,
I'll be a
exactly.
square.
We're all eventually Jack Black, man.
I'm not fat. I'm just a square.
Yeah. All right, we're getting on the air here in 15 seconds. I'm going to do a round of Survey Says for you. Survey Says where I accumulate different studies and surveys throughout the week, and I run them down all together, get a good idea of where we're at as a society. So let's get on the air and do that. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. It's time for Mari's favorite segment. A segment I say Survey Says. I say a Survey Says. It's simple. As I was explaining here, this is where I accumulate all different studies and surveys asked over the past week or so. And it's a good way for us to get our finger on the pulse of how we're feeling as Americans. Like, let's see. First one, let's talk kids here. 67% of households with tweens ages 10 to 12. Do you have any kids, Robbie?
I have a foster kid, actually.
How old?
16 years old.
Okay, so you've been through this. You know this. They say that cleaning their bedroom is the kid's most dreaded task, right? Even more than cleaning the bathroom. Kids rather clean a dirty toilet than clean what's underneath their bed, which is probably filthier than a dirty toilet. I get it. Speaking of teenagers, this is a good news for everybody who was popular or partied in high school. According to a new study, teenage binge drinkers earn more money and have more success later in life.
What?
Yes.
Not the ones that I know.
Oh, yeah? You know a lot of bums?
I was like, what did I do wrong? I don't know.
Shout out to all Mari's bums. Oh, look, I looked at it like this because and not that I'm one of the successful ones. But I do remember going into college and having my college experience and seeing a lot of these kids who didn't party in high school hit rock bottom hard, right? Because they had no experience whatsoever. They weren't trained for the partying that they immediately get thrown into, and they drown. And a lot of them end up dropping out of school and everything. It was bad. And the reason why they say in this study, it's kind of because for success and kind of going up that social ladder, it has a certain level of being able to socialize and know social cues, things like that. These are all things that are taught to you while you're partying at a young age because you're intermixing with a lot of different backgrounds of people and learning how to be able to adapt to different social situations and settings. And binge drinking as a teenager, directly correlated with that. Yeah, I know there's obviously like a downside to it too. Alcoholism, like cirrhosis of the liver.
Small things.
Yeah, just small things. But
I like when I was growing up in high school, I was in the smoking section, and it was funny because by the time that I was like of college age, I was like, man, I need a break. I need a break from this. But then all the kids that I was like party, that
the nerds,
yeah. Now they're blacking out and puking while they're in college. And
exactly,
I'm like, oh, man, like I'm done with that.
Yeah, and it's a bad look when you're at that age too. So I went in going into the college area like I was the effing Fonz. I was so experienced and so cool. They're just like, teach me more, alcoholic Yoda. You know what I mean? And I did. All right. Moving forward, 18% of aspiring homeowners are delaying marriage or having children until they can afford to buy a home. I got bad news for them. They're not going to have any kids if you're waiting on that. 21% of Americans have planned a trip just for the food. Have you ever went on a food vacation?
No.
Oh, you got to. You're missing out. If you could travel anywhere for food, where would it be?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh man, I was a sushi chef for a while, so I really wanted to check out like what was going on in Japan.
Yes, and so that's the thing.
I've also realized that I like Americanized sushi.
No, you would love Japanese.
She
sushi.
goes to Japan every year.
Really?
Yeah.
And pre-kids, we definitely went to Japan and like pinned all our food places. So that was like a food trip.
All right.
It's incredible.
Yeah. Wherever I'm going, I'm checking out the restaurants first. I mean, even when I went to Bisbee this weekend, it was like, where can I eat for real? All right.
So I'm actually a dish mechanic. I work on dishwashers.
Okay.
So I know all the different
all the
places.
restaurants in town.
I go to all of them. Yeah.
Dish mechanic is an actual job. I didn't know about that. Yeah.
Actually, I thought I made that up. It sounded legit, right?
Yeah, no, it sounds super legit, dude. All right. Next poll. A poll asked, and I'll ask you this question. We'll do a current poll. Can you swallow a pill dry with nothing to wash it down?
Yes.
You say yes, Robbie.
How big is the pill?
I mean, that's a good question. I remember my mom used to try to give me these herbal like horse pills as a kid.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. It tasted like literally manure. Yeah, it was difficult for me to swallow pills to an older age. Now I'm so old. I'm just like, whatever. I can put anything in my mouth to swallow it. Wait, no diddy. Walk that back. Yeah. But yeah, how many people you think said they cannot do this in a percentage?
57.
I was gonna say 60.
Okay,
well, you guys are way too high, actually.
Oh.
Only 26% said no, they can't. 72% said they can. 5% said, they could deep throat. All right. A new study has found that 1 in 3 Americans reward themselves with something sweet more than once per day. And 46% crave sweets by noon. Are you a sweets person, Mari?
You know what? Not so much. I used to be.
Yeah.
But all our Halloween candy's gone, so I just don't really have any options. Right? If it's not in the house, I can't do it.
Do you reward yourself with sweets, Robbie?
I punish myself with them.
Yeah.
It's like when I'm mad at myself, I'm like, you did this to yourself.
Yeah, I do that with the Dairy Queen Blizzards. Yeah, when I really want to hate myself. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's so good.
All right, let's see. We'll do one more. And survey says, as you know, the last penny was minted last week, but there are something like 300 billion still in circulation. How many pennies do you have? Do you think you have a bunch of pennies? If you were to think,
Probably got about 50.
right? So you
If
got
I
50 cents worth of pennies.
Covered the entire
Yeah, just
house.
laying around.
Yeah.
7%, just 7% of Americans think they have less than $1 worth of pennies. Mostly young people. And, actually, a lot of young people said they have 0 pennies. So pennies are truly going extinct. We were just talking to Rocco about this as a business owner. Like, what's he going to do? He's like, I don't even know. Like, got to change the tax thing. Do we round it up? What are we going to do when we run out of pennies? But again, there's 300 billion pennies still in circulation. So they'll be around for a while. All right. So there you go. Survey says, got our finger on the pulse for that one. Let's hit the reset and be back with more right after music from Rage Against the Machine. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. Yes, it's a fun little segment. That's a long one, too. But I had so many to get to. There's a couple I didn't get to here that I'll just share with you real quick while we're on the topic. Let's see. Kid athletes aren't the only ones who could be delusional. 1 in 6 parents of kids who play sports say they're raising the next pro athlete.
Wow.
Which is fucking funny
1 in
because
6.
yeah, you look at it and be like, you can't even throw a ball. Where do you think the genetics is coming from? You know what I mean? Yeah, you're like 5'4" tall white kid son is not going to be dunking it in the NBA. A new study, a survey, 25% of Americans say not enough children are being born these days. And the demographic is most likely to say that, yes, it's grandparents. So grandparents are saying there's not enough children these days. I mean, they're right.
Grandparents.
Yeah, but it's too expensive to have kids these days. We know that. It's expensive in general. But a poll found that when you factor in food, travel, and other expenses, Thanksgiving will cost the average American nearly this amount this year. What do you think this amount is?
$227.
Okay.
I was saying 3.
You guys are off by about $700. $1,000. The
Wait,
average
for
American.
Thanksgiving dinner?
Food, travel,
Oh,
other
travel.
expenses.
Oh, the travel.
Yeah,
Okay,
factoring
okay.
travel. We're in Tucson.
Hey, travel. I mean, I might travel to Phoenix if I end up taking the invitation of going to my mom's for
I
Thanksgiving.
thought you were coming to mine.
Oh, you invite me to yours?
Yeah, my mom said it's a go.
Oh, nice. All right, I guess see. I mean, I toss things up in the air.
I don't like partaking in Turkey Genocide Day.
Oh, you don't?
I either cook lobsters or something like mole.
I
What
like
about
that.
pumpkin pie, though?
Oh, we do that. Mashed potatoes and stuffing.
Oh, everything
Yeah.
else but the turkey?
Well, it's just, I don't know. It's just weird. Did you know every turkey is artificially inseminated?
Oh.
Oh, the ones in my house for sure.
Sounds like a fun job.
yeah.
I mean, I'm not
But,
surprised.
No, I'm the same way. Like I wasn't traditionally eating turkey growing up. My mom would do like lasagna, stuff like that. We would avoid turkey. We'd do big ziti. I'd do like a kind of Italian stuff. And I think 1, because it was cheaper, and 2, you couldn't fuck it up as easily. Like you could mess up a turkey pretty bad.
So bad.
My mom was terrible at cooking the turkey. So she just said, F it, no turkey. Let's stick with stuff I do know how to make. So, lasagnas and carbo loading was our Thanksgiving tradition for some. And honestly, I'm just like, when I see turkey, I'm like, yeah, whatever. I mean, I still want to have deep fried turkey.
Yeah.
Is your mom making deep fried turkey?
No, she's got some special turkey tactic. I don't know what it is.
Oh, a turkey tactic.
I forget.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I say I want to get deep fried, but
I think so.
there's no place that I have, like my sister's not doing it. My sister and my mom are on Ozempic this year. So they're like losing weight too. Normally, if my sister cooks, she's a big woman, right? God bless her. But she makes food that would make Paula Deen be like, damn, you need to slow it down on the butter, right?
Ooh, I love
But
Paula Deen.
I know, it's so good, right?
Forgot
It's
about
so
her
bad
food.
for you. So, like when you're eating this Thanksgiving dinner, you're like, it's so tasty, but you're like, oh shit, it's nothing but sugar and butter and sugar on everything. And it's
Yum.
great. It tastes delicious. Yeah, but I mean, it gains 20 pounds right there. But this year, I don't think it's going to be like that. So I'm going to have like a shitty diet, like Thanksgiving offering. And I'm kind of beefing with my sister right now. So I'm like, oh. Yeah, I had to vent on that. All right, let's
Sounds
do
like,
this.
sounds like another punishment when you it's like
Yeah,
yeah,
it is.
putting yourself in there.
It absolutely is. All right, let's see. Let's hit the reset. We had speaking of conspiracy theories, we might as well stick with another round of Ask a Conspiracist. We did one this morning, Mari and I want to play it for you. In case you miss it, I want a little something like this. Check it out. Before you buy them tickets for that as well. Maybe not today, but tomorrow. We'll see. But we're hanging out here. It's Beef Vegan Presents. Welcome back to the show. As you know, there's a lot of like news in the mainstream media and that will get you to believe one thing. But the reality is you have to read in between the lines to really know what's going on. With that, it's time for another round of Ask a Conspiracist. Mari's been reading the news and came across a couple stories she wants to share with us. What do you got here, Mari?
Okay, so the FAA announced it's ending its emergency flight reduction order this morning. The cuts were reducing flights by 4% at 40 major airports,
Right.
but now they say that staffing levels are stable and just in time for Thanksgiving.
Mhm.
So, so Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy says the focus can now shift to hiring more air traffic controllers and building a new modern air traffic control system.
No, no, Mari.
Really?
No, this isn't about staffing at all.
Why?
And that's what they want you to believe. But the FAA didn't reduce flights because of the shutdown. They reduced flights because the sky was full.
With what?
Oh, I'm glad you asked. Secret military drones, weather modification blimps, billionaire space hobbyists.
Huh.
There's even one rogue Amazon balloon. Yeah, so the 4% cut wasn't a safety measure. It was a defrag of American airspace. Think of it like restarting your Wi-Fi, okay? But for clouds and chemtrails. So now they say flights are quote unquote back to normal, but that's because the sky just finished rebooting from safe mode. So the sky, it was full, and that's the reason why they had to slow things down. It's called Sky Reset Protocol.
Oh.
Yes, look it up. Rico knows about it.
I've heard about it.
So, yes, don't believe everything you read. Is there anything else?
Yes, Dubai. There's a selfie law that could get you jail time. So tourists are being warned that if you take a selfie which has any stranger in the background without their permission, that's a privacy violation and punishable up to 6 months in jail and a fine of up to $135,000.
What?
Okay, there. Listen closely, because I don't want to say this too loud, because Dubai,
Okay.
Why?
they hear.
They nearby.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, so this isn't about privacy at all. Dubai realized something horrifying. Every time a tourist takes a selfie, a tiny piece of someone's soul gets trapped in the photo's metadata.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yes, it does. So you got to be wary of this. That's why strangers in the background are illegal. It's not because of privacy. It's because Dubai refuses to let travelers accidentally steal the psychic energy of the locals. So if you're coming in as an American or a Westerner and you're coming in taking selfies, then you're stealing pieces of souls of people that are Dubai citizens, and they value that, like they value data, oil, gold, and everything else. They want all of the wealth. And soul wealth is a big wealth, especially going into the future. So this isn't a selfie law, it's ghost prevention. So they're not protecting people from being photographed. They're protecting people from becoming accidentally immortal through front-facing camera sorcery. So Dubai isn't afraid of influencers. They're afraid of accidental Horcruxes.
Horcruxes?
Yeah, Horcruxes.
Okay.
What is a Horcrux?
The Harry Potter thing.
Oh, yes. Damn it. All right. So, give me one more story here.
This is happy. Last night at the governor's
Thanks,
award.
nerd. You know?
What? It's common knowledge. It's got me late several times.
Oh, he got you late? I thought knowing that wouldn't prevent you from getting laid. But
You're
all
my
right,
favorite Horcrux.
Yeah.
In the realm of movies and actors, Tom Cruise finally received an honorary Oscar. The Academy
Rock on 2.1 KFMA. Yeah, we're back on here on the air. What were you saying? Go ahead. Say it in the mic because we're on here. Oh, don't break the mic, Mari. Yeah. What were you saying?
No, he knows the co-creator of Wooden Tooth Records, which is a really awesome local record store.
Old high school buddy of mine.
Yeah, shout out Wooden Tooth Records.
They're awesome.
Fantastic record store. Yeah, I noticed the hat, which is reminiscent of Wayne's World, which initially, like at first look, I'm like, oh, Wayne's World hat. But yeah, I'm like Wooden Tooth. But of course, that's the inspiration of it. And, and honestly, my entire career trajectory has been inspired by Wayne's World. And everything I did was very Wayne's World. Like I started my own show out of my living room, like a basement in Aurora, and started an underground show, and did that for like 9 years, and finally got legitimized by getting hired on KFMA. and 9 years later doing the show today. So like you were saying that you were looking to start like an internet radio station, but if I was to give a pre-beef tip for anyone who aspires to do this, I mean, first off, with technology and everything, talking is easy. The podcasting thing is easy. Playing music, of course, involves licensing, and that's where it gets complicated. These podcasts can't play music, but there are workarounds of that. There's plenty of internet stations out there, and there's also plenty of LPFM stations. So if you're aspiring to be a broadcaster, which, I encourage anyone who has that dream to chase after it, because it is like a dying art form and platform to where they're not cranking out kids like learning to do this on a regular basis. Look up any of these radio stations in your community. Like, there's plenty of them here in this town, all over the state, all over the country. And they're always looking for volunteer DJs. Now you won't get paid.
But it's fun.
Yeah. And that's the thing. So if not making money is your thing and you like playing records, talking music and stuff, there are platforms out there for you to do that, to be able to reach an audience. And then you got to be persistent because, you're not going to grow that overnight, right? Right. How long have you been doing stand-up comedy?
Oh, like over about 10 years.
Nice. Yeah. And then you have a show this Friday. That's an open mic for other comedians as well, right?
It's like an open mic. And so what I was doing with this, like when I used to host a show up in Portland, I had like an open mic and a showcase.
Yeah.
And so what I've kind of done is I've merged it to where we'll have like the open mic. I can filter through some comics that want to try some material. And then like the funny ones are the ones that have like, they need give them some more time.
Yeah.
Then we have a showcase. So like what will happen is like, it'll start out with the showcase. I'll do it like once a month or so where there's like booked comedians.
Yeah.
And then it'll be like the first 4 comics are like the booked comedians. And then after that is the open mic. And then we have like an open mic competition. I call it the open mic showdown.
Nice.
So it's like basically if the audience chooses their favorite open mic comic, and then they get the book spot on like the next showcase.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's like kind of encourages people to bring your friends. You think you're funny.
Yeah.
Tell some jokes, bring all your friends, and you get, a 7-minute, 10-minute spot.
That's fun.
Yes, absolutely. And that's the name of the game right there. Getting those reps in, getting your minutes in, getting in front of a crowd, working that material. Yeah. And this Friday night, where is this open mic showcase going to be at?
It's at Mission Motor Collective. It's an awesome bar. It's at Grant and Stone.
Nice.
Yeah, they do a lot of events there. But yeah, we'll be there every Friday doing comedy. We've had some really good shows there. So it'd be a lot of fun with a bunch of people trying out stuff. And actually, if you don't mind,
can
I plug my band really quick too? I told them I was gonna. This
are
is
they
my
listening
band.
right now?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
This is actually my band's T-shirt. It's got aliens all over it.
Yeah.
We're called 30 Seconds to Mars Attacks.
Okay, yeah, 30 Seconds to Mars Attacks. Well, I saw that page follow me, and I was like, "What the hell is this?" That's your band, okay?
We don't do covers. I feel like I need to.
Yeah. You're not the Jared Leto of the band.
No, it's Jared Leto. He's the executive producer. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's nice. Yeah. Well, when are you guys playing next?
We're not playing. We don't have a show set up yet, but
Your
we're
band
actually
that doesn't play.
We did. We played in a condemned apartment.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. We had a lettuce fight.
Yeah.
We had heads of lettuce and cut the stem and like throw them and just explodes into lettuce.
Yeah.
So much fun. But yeah, we're actually recording our like legit album. We have our demo and all that on YouTube.
Yeah.
But we're recording our legit album this on the first week of December.
Nice.
Ooh.
And so we'll have like our actual
How many tracks are you attempting to record?
We got about 10.
Okay, nice. Do you like full
all
album
about
that way?
1 minute long. What was that?
Yeah, about 1 minute long. So
it's paranoid power violence.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're familiar with the genre.
That's the genre.
Yeah. Paranoid power violence, obviously.
Or schizophrenic grindcore, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm into it.
She is into it. She is my metal mommy for sure.
Oh,
So she'll be all over it. Yeah, you're gonna have to send her that 10-minute album. She'll
that'd
enjoy
be
it.
great. Yeah. No, thank you though.
Of course, dude. No, Robbie, it's been a pleasure meeting you, getting to know you and talk conspiracy theories with you. So yeah, this Friday, if you're a stand-up comedian or you enjoy stand-up comedy, it is happening at 2 West Stone. And the name of that venue again is
Mission Motor Collective.
Yes. And then so you could follow Robbie at the _ the Wild Ones with a Z. That's his comedy troupe. Or 30 Seconds to Mars Attacks. You can look that up on Instagram as well. I'm pretty sure we'll be hanging out with Robbie again sometime soon. It's been a pleasure, my friend.
I would love it. Conspiracy theorem. That was the one thing I was going to make a call-in talk show, conspiracy theorem, because the theorem is the agreed upon theory. in
Yeah.
mathematics.
Okay, nice. See, we're learning a lot today.
Oh, I love it.
Yes. And you can watch the entire podcast broadcast on demand, youtube.com/beefvegan. But for now, that's all the time we have for the show. So we thank everybody for listening. Enjoy the rest of your day. Drive safe, ride safe. And as always, rock local. Later.
When you wish
Very nice.
upon a side of beef, soon
Yeah, it
will
was good
come
times,
and end
Forever,
to all
Robbie.
your grief.
Yeah.
But if you've been mean
Mari.
or kind of bad, I will knock out all your teeth.